Hi, and welcome to the heart of the universe. It's nice to have you here. So, I wanted to talk today about Aquarius, the energy of Aquarius, how we can work with it, how it's shaping the world around us, and what are the opportunities we have to use this energy to enhance our lives. And Aquarius energy is very active in the sky right now. I say this not only because the sun is in Aquarius as I record this, but also some of these larger cosmic cycles are really pointing to Aquarius as well as a big nexus of change. Back in December 2020, we had the Great Conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, which happens every 20 years. We had it at 0 degrees of Aquarius. So that's pointing to this energy being really present with us through the next Jupiter-Saturn conjunction in 2040. It was also the first Jupiter-Saturn conjunction that we've had in an air sign in centuries, which marks a big shift. And Aquarius is an air sign, as I mentioned, and air energy is very mental. It's a lot about ideas and thoughts and philosophy. It moves very quickly. And I also think of it as energy that disperses really easily. And there's something really refreshing about this air quality. Thinking too about the things that we need most to stay alive in our human bodies. And number one is air. Someone was talking to me yesterday about this and told me, I guess, a rather morbid statistic, but that you are always 6 minutes away from death, and that every breath you take in is refreshing yourself. It's renewing that lease on life. And that second part really stuck with me, that truly every breath in is a recommitment to life. So, how wonderful is it to have that awareness of all that air offers us and how it nourishes us? And we look at air signs. Aquarius is what we would say a fixed air sign. And fixed energy is very loyal, it's very steady, it's very reliable, and it likes to come into form. So when I think about fixed air energy, I think about beliefs. That's one of those big things I think about with Aquarius. It's like a thought that we just continue to think until it becomes so ingrained in us that we just believe it without even knowing it. It's a filter through which we look at the world around us. I also think around ethics, sort of ideas about how we want to live our lives, about what is right. And those ethics are those almost those encoded ideas. They become these sorts of guiding principles, or even human rights is a wonderful Aquarian concept or idea. So we'll get to work with a lot of those over the next, I don't know, 20 years. And we get to start that work now to really start looking at what are our beliefs? What beliefs do we need to hold on to? Do we need to hold on to any rigid beliefs? How do we free up that mental energy? And how do we look at things from a more universal perspective? That's one of the things that human rights is so wonderful at, is it sort of extrapolates things to include all of us. So how do we just make this bigger and bigger container to understand truly what are the principles on which our universe operates, and how do we align ourselves with them? And when I think about some of the values in Aquarius, I talked about belief, also integrity is something I really think about with Aquarius. That sense of clarity that we get when we know what is true for us and we continually reinforce it, and what it's like when we live in line with our integrity. And then also, integrity can be a great barometer for what happens when we're not in line with our integrity. And as we develop this greater and greater awareness of how we can best be in relation with everyone in this magnificent universe, including ourselves, having some of those real principles on what do I value and who am I And how do I respect myself and the world around me? And how do I notice when I'm doing that and when I'm not doing that? Aquarius is a great container for that, for really that deep questioning and understanding of your mental integrity. And I mentioned the idea of being in relation with yourself and also with others around you. These are also Aquarian themes, individuality and communitarianism, and the relationship between those. And Aquarius has some more recent mythology around being this place of freedom, free hugs, free love. I'd say that's probably more Pisces, to be honest. When I think about the Aquarius ideal, when it comes to individuality, it is all of us being our own unique, separate selves in a way that inspires everyone else to do just the same so we can come together in the perfect way. So it does have this feeling, almost for me, of, all right, what is my unique contribution and how can I be uniquely myself? How can I stop trying to be like other people and just be what I know to be true on the inside? And when we do that, it feels like we're marching out on a limb. And it can feel sometimes that we're marching out so far that we look around and we don't see anybody else around us. And so that can feel a little isolating. So I do acknowledge that as part of that journey with Aquarius is embracing your own eccentricity. And as you get more comfortable with it, and as you love yourself more, then you realize that what you're doing is encouraging everyone else to do the same. And eventually you look up and down and you see that every branch of the tree is full of people who are being themselves. And that's really that Aquarian ideal of community is I move forward as myself, and that allows you to move forward as yourself. There's not the sense that I'm more special than you or that the world revolves around me. That's much more Leo, that sense of feeling really special. There is more that sense of when I do this for me, I also do it for you. When I shine, we all shine together. That's an energy that we'll get to work with in our meditation today. And also some of that Aquarian medicine, I think of needing to really feel and appreciate how special you are so that you have the confidence to be the unique person that you have come here to be. And knowing that this is the best service that you can offer to those around you. And that's sort of what brings me into originality and authenticity, which are some other wonderful Aquarian qualities. That sense of what is unique about you? And how do you act in line with that authenticity? You can see how these values all correlate or all interrelate. When you're acting in integrity with your own authenticity, then you are the purest version of yourself, which enables everyone else around you to be the same. So it all fits together. Maybe that is that Aquarius vision, is that it's like a puzzle and everyone is a piece and those pieces fit together. So how do you be your piece? It's interesting. That analogy found me through a wonderful channel. Bashar is the name of the entity, shall we say, that's coming through, who talks about this sense of really your job is to be your own unique piece of this much bigger puzzle. I've also heard the word synarchy used to describe this sense that we are all being our own perfect selves, and this is what makes the world go round. I also think it's really interesting that that insight has come through, I guess I'd say, a rather Aquarian form. That someone who is delivering this insight and had his own journey into authenticity and this sense and this feeling that there was wisdom in the cosmos that wanted to come through him. And no matter what people around him thought, he just felt compelled to offer it. And the more that he offered it, the more that other people found themselves having similar awakenings. So I just love that story too, that truly wisdom and insight reaches us in the most magnificent and unique ways. And all you need to do is receive it and offer it in the perfect way that you know how. So, with that said, we'll have a chance to meditate together and to really go into that sense of uniqueness and to share it with the world around us. So, as we get set up, I just invite you to bring your attention onto your breath. And to start letting your body relax. Be letting your shoulders move from side to side. Your body make any adjustments that it wants to make. Just keeping that attention on your breath. And we'll add in some music now to help attune our brain waves. So I invite you to let your breath get fuller and deeper. To feel as it travels down into the bottom of your lungs. To let your belly expand, contract, to rise, and to fall. Just noticing this feeling of drawing in air from the world around you. Of drawing in life from the world around you. Just let yourself draw that in fully. Feeling as your lungs fill up with this air, this life. And notice too how that air passes from your lungs into your bloodstream. It's pumped all around your body. Delivering life to every cell. Just feeling the oxygen lights up your cells. You're drawing it in and sending it throughout your body. Every single cell. How you, as one person, with this simple act of breathing, you are nourishing every single cell in your body. Just notice how effortless it is. How easily you draw in your breath and nourish yourself. It's something you do without even thinking. Or even in the middle of the night, when you're fast asleep, there's your body, breathing, nourishing itself. Just know that it's safe to trust your body to breathe, to nourish itself, no matter where your awareness is. Now I invite you to let your awareness float up. Float up above your head, stopping about 16 inches, a foot and a half. Forty centimeters above the top of your head. Point just there, where you are looking down on your body. And from this point, I invite you to notice a single speck of light in your heart center, looking down at this single speck of light in your heart center. We're going to breathe life into this speck. Inviting, allowing, encouraging it to grow. shine brighter and bigger. This little sphere of growing light. Every time you breathe in, letting that light get brighter, letting it grow. Almost like it's your own personal star. Right there in your heart center. With each breath, feeling as it gets brighter, the light extends further. Just breathing light and life into this space. You feel that light touch where your awareness is, up above your head. Like your body is at the center of this sphere of radiant light. Your light. The light that you are shining in the way that only you know how. And the life that you are breathing into this light. In the way that only you can. Just feel the brilliance of this light. Feel your presence in it. Really feeling yourself as this sphere of light. I invite you to let your awareness begin to float up higher. To notice that you're not alone. That around you, all around you, are these other spheres of light, just like yours. And as you let your light continue to grow, to shine, to expand, notice how the others do the same. As you raise your awareness higher and higher, noticing that it starts to look like they're all merging into this one brilliant light. Just letting your awareness continue to get higher. As it does, noticing again, you are surrounded, always surrounded Right? These beautifully brilliant spheres of light like stars in the sky. Just letting your awareness zoom up above you, seeing these lights get brighter and merge, get brighter and merge together, get brighter and merge together. Letting your awareness go so high that it comes back into your body, traveling up the bottoms of your feet, breathing it up your legs, your calves, your shins, your knees, breathing it up your thighs, your hips, your pelvis, breathing it up your spine, your belly, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, breathing it up your neck, up through your head, all the way to the top, till you fill yourself with this brilliant light. Just feeling as this light encompasses every cell, feeling how every cell is a glowing sphere of light. Feeling this wonderful universal energy coursing through your body. Also knowing that these are your cells and that nobody else has cells just like yours. Just letting those cells feel how uniquely perfect they are. Just giving them permission, your blessing, to live and to live in the way that only they know how. With the support of this universal light. Just making a promise to yourself now that you will always act with authenticity. Knowing that this is what you want to do and this is what's best for you and for everyone around you. Just make that promise now. Just say to yourself, I am authentic. And let it be true. And let yourself bring that into the world around you. Let it be your gift. Now, just starting to draw your awareness back to your breath. Letting it resume a natural rhythm. Starting to bring movement back into your body. You gently, first with your fingers and toes, maybe letting your shoulders roll, hips move from side to side. Slowly, the time is right, letting yourself come back to this place and space and time. As you prepare to open your eyes, maybe just invite in some of that authenticity. Maybe just notice something you could do today, something you could say, a place you could go, something you could write, an action you could take that would be really authentic to you. Maybe give yourself permission to do that and make a commitment to do that today. To feel what it's like to do something from this more authentic place. Knowing that being you is the best thing that you can do for this world. It's what you want. It's what the world wants. It's what I want for you. Just letting your eyes open. Giving thanks to yourself and for this experience. Coming fully back into where you are.